President Biden will travel to Japan, where he will meet with other leaders of the Quad nations, Australia, India, and Japan. Charles Edel is the Australian chair and senior advisor to the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS. He joins us now live with more. Good to see you. Let's talk about one potential wrinkle here, though, in this Quad meeting, and that is the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, up for re-election tomorrow. So I guess what happens if he loses?
Well, it's not so much if he loses, it's if we don't have a result. Because if we have a clear outcome to the election, which is held on Saturday, either Scott Morrison or the opposition leader, Anthony Albanese, they'll get on a plane and they'll fly right up to Tokyo to join the other leaders. The bigger question is if we don't have a clear result by the end of the day, and what happens then?
So China's influence, as we just mentioned with Britt and Mary Alice, key to these meetings, particularly when it comes to the disputed waters of the South China Sea. China has announced it would hold military exercises there also during Biden's trip, clearly trying to send a message here. How do you expect the U.S. to respond? How should the U.S. respond?
Well, I think what's very clear in this, which is President Biden's first trip to Asia during his presidency, no stranger to the region, but this is the first time that he's going out as president, is the Quad, that is the grouping of Japan, Australia, India, and the United States, has really been at the center of the administration's response to how it's going to deal with an increasingly fractured and, frankly, an increasingly poor security environment. So what we expect to see there is not necessarily a response to what China might be doing on that day in the South China Sea, but you're seeing the increasing cohesion of the four large maritime democracies working together. And so we should expect in Tokyo a fair amount of statements rolled out about how they are continuing to work together to provide public goods for the region.
So the threat of North Korea nukes, another tremendously big issue here. Kim Jong-un, his regime, has launched several test missiles into the waters near Japan. Negotiations between the U.S. and Pyongyang have been stalled for years, as you know. What are you watching for in particular with these discussions when it comes to North Korea?
Well, this is something that is a perennial challenge. We've seen the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, already say that they would not be surprised if we were to see a missile launch while the president is down there. I think the main thing that we should be watching for here is the statements between the brand new president of South Korea, President Yoon, and President Biden. President Yoon has described that he not only wants to take a more robust approach to regional security, maybe purchasing some more theater missile defenses and an Iron Dome system, but frankly has signaled a greater willingness to work not only with the United States, but with Japan, and that has traditionally been a challenge for the two of them.
Charles Edel, appreciate your time today. We'll continue to follow the trip, and I'm sure we'll touch base and see where we stand after this trip.
Thanks, Kara.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.